Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead deathmatch video between none other than the Governor and Morgan. Alright, so I took a little break from making Walking Dead videos for a couple days, just a couple days, while I'm getting everything ready for the big move. Coming down the wire now, getting pretty close. We'll do a channel update video on that probably tomorrow. So for this one, this was requested by Bob Trufant. That's his YouTube username, as well as other people. I don't want to sound like it was only him. He was the one who everybody thumbed up in one of my more recent videos for video suggestions. And he came, he kind of was the person to comment. Everybody else thumbed it up, and I noticed it. Some people have mentioned to me before. A lot of people have PM'd me, so please don't be offended. I know there's a lot of other you guys who PM me this video idea, because it is a good idea for a matchup, and I want to get back in the swing of making Walking Dead videos as frequently as I possibly can, even though running a little shy on decent video topics. So as always, guys, please feel free to submit your video topics for The Walking Dead, and I will take them into consideration and do the ones that I can do. So I think this one's an interesting matchup. Now, I think it's important we specify, what kind of a situation this is going to occur in, because the Governor rarely fights alone. Very rarely. I mean, he did against Merle at the last stage, but that was just because Merle had already been beaten down, kicked a bunch of times, and stomped, and was pretty much out of it already. One-on-one, I don't know if the Governor is really that tough. I mean, he is, because he's a leader and everything, so he is really tough. But I really think that his true strength lies in numbers. And without those numbers, I really don't think the Governor is as tough as he seems. Now, let's say the Governor in The Walking Dead Season 4 was to, with Martinez and Schumpert, have a run-in with Morgan, which would be awesome, by the way, because they will be looking for some place to go, and that's definitely a possibility, King County, because he did know about Rick's supplies that he brought back somehow. We don't know how, but we know that he knew that Rick was bringing back guns, a good amount. So somebody told, or something, maybe a spy, maybe someone watching, who knows, but the Governor found out. So that being said, he may have some information on where Morgan would be and could possibly hunt him down and try to take his stuff. Now, how would it go? This is a tough one. On Morgan's home turf, I mean, if there's 3 of them, I could see the Governor winning, but 1 or 2 of them dying. Like, I could see, for example, the Governor with Martinez and Schumpert, let's say maybe Morgan would be able to take down both Martinez and Schumpert, and then the Governor would get the last blow, and put him down and be the sole survivor. But that's if it was like 3 versus 1. Kind of similar to the situation with Rick. I mean, if you have numbers like that, that's a huge advantage, even if you're on someone else's turf. If there's only 1 of them and there's 3 or 4 of you and you all have firearms, I mean, that's a huge, huge advantage. That being said, if this was a one-on-one, I think Morgan would roll the Governor, would roll him. He's so crafty. I mean, like even the knife against Rick, he was able to sink that knife in, even though Rick Rick, you could say that Rick was kind of holding back a little bit because he knows Morgan, but at the same time, I mean, that was pretty slick, wasn't it? He made almost no noise, was able to get that knife and sort of beat Rick down and stab him like that. It's pretty brutal. So I'd have to say if these 2 went down one-on-one, even if it wasn't on Morgan's home turf, he's got the ammunition, he's got the weapons advantage, for sure. He's got lots of practice being on it by himself, whereas the Governor doesn't. He's used to having men around him all the time to use, basically, to fight his battles for him. So I guess it depends here on what the circumstances are. But one-on-one, I would have to say definitely that Morgan takes this and is tougher to deal with by himself. The Governor's strength lies in the fact that he's never alone. He's always got multiple guys with him. And if he was to roll in with a few guys, I think he'd probably, a few good fighters. Like, how people from Woodbury ran away against the prison? Well, that's because a lot of them really weren't battle-tested. You had Merle and Martinez and the other guys taking care of everything. They weren't really out and about doing things like that. They were mostly sheltered at Woodbury. So if you had a few good fighters like, you know, Martinez and Shumpert with him, I think he would take down Morgan, but I think it would be really tough for him. And definitely one-on-one, Morgan takes this. So those are my thoughts on who I think would win between Morgan and the Governor. That's pretty much all I got to say for this one, guys. I'll see you for the next video. This is Trev saying peace.